Welcome back to CarCraze, where every day we drive into the future. Today, we're diving deep into a car that has stirred a storm of excitement in the automotive world, the all-new 2026 Toyota MR2. Yes, it's really happening. After years of rumors, concept sketches, and fan speculation, Toyota is finally bringing back one of its most iconic nameplates. The MR2 is reborn, and it's every bit as thrilling as fans hoped it would be. Let's rewind for a second. The original MR2, introduced back in the mid-80s, was a revolutionary car. Lightweight, mid-engined, and relatively affordable, it brought pure driving joy to the average enthusiast. Through 3 generations, it evolved either from the angular AW11, to the curvy SW20, and finally the compact and quirky ZZW30 that bowed out in 2007. Since then, Toyota has been silent on the MR2. Until now. So, what does the 2026 MR2 bring to the table? The short answer: a lot. This isn't just a rehashed sports coupe with a famous badge slapped on. Toyota, in collaboration with other performance and F-focused teams, has crafted a machine that captures the spirit of the original MR2, while launching it firmly into the future. The first thing that grabs your attention is the design. Sleek, aggressive, yet distinctly MR2. It's slow to the ground, has sharp lines, wide haunches over the rear wheels, and a cab-forward design that screams mid-engine. You get those classic MR2 proportions, but with modern flare LED lighting front and rear, functional aero, and a more planted, muscular stance. Toyota didn't just want to echo the past. They wanted to modernize it. And they did it well. Now let's talk about what's under the hood, or, in this case, what's behind the seats. The 2026 MR2 isn't going electric just yet, though hybrid tech does play a role. Toyota opted for a 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-4 sourced from its performance partners, producing around 315 horsepower. That might not sound mind-blowing in today's horsepower war, but consider this: the car weighs just over 2,800 pounds. That's lightweight by modern standards. This power-to-weight ratio puts the MR2 in a very sweet spot. It's quick as 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds and nimble, thanks to a near-perfect front-to-rear balance and mid-engine layout. It's the kind of car you don't just drive. You wear it. It becomes an extension of your body. One of the big questions enthusiasts had was whether Toyota would keep the car pure. And the answer is, mostly. There's a 6-speed manual transmission available, which is a huge win for drivers who still love the connection and engagement that comes with shifting gears. For those who prefer a more modern touch, there's also an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic. Both versions come with paddle shifters, and both are tuned to give you that visceral, analog feel that's become rare in the age of digitized performance. Now, let's get into the chassis and handling. The MR2 has always been known for its agile handling, and the 2026 version builds on that legacy. The new platform is a modified version of Toyota's TNGA architecture, reinforced and rebalanced to support a mid-engine setup. The suspension is fully independent, a double wishbones up front and a multi-link setup in the rear. There's also adaptive dampers on higher trims, allowing drivers to switch between comfort and performance modes. The steering is electric, but finely tuned. Feedback is sharp, response is immediate, and the MR2 dances through corners with a confidence that reminds you of its predecessors. There's no artificiality here, just raw, mechanical grip, and precision. Step inside, and the MR2 surprises again. It's not Spartan like older generations, but it avoids the overcomplicated interiors we see in some modern sports cars. The cabin is driver-focused, with a low seating position, well-bolstered seats, and a minimalist dashboard. There's a digital cluster that adapts based on your drive mode, a compact touchscreen with Toyota's latest infotainment interface, and surreal knobs and buttons for climate controls. Toyota knew who they were building this car for, and it shows. Sound insulation is minimal on purpose. You hear the engine rev behind you, feel the vibrations through the seat, and catch the turbo spool as you press the throttle. It's immersive, raw, and mechanical in a way that very few new cars are. And that's exactly what makes the 2026 MR2 special. But let's talk numbers, because that's going to matter to a lot of buyers. The base price is expected to start around $45,000. That puts it in direct competition with cars like the Mazda MX-5 RF, the new Nissan Z, and the Alpine A110 in Europe. But thanks to its mid-engine layout and lightweight platform, it plays in a slightly different league. It's a proper sports car for people who want a genuine driving experience here without shelling out Porsche Cayman money. There will be multiple trims offered. The base MR2 gives you all the essentials: a manual gearbox, mechanical limited slip diff, cloth sport seats, and lightweight alloys. Step up to the premium trim, and you get leather interiors, a larger touchscreen, adaptive suspension, and more creature comforts. There's also talk of a GR version coming in 2027, which could push power closer to 350 horsepower and include track-focused upgrades like a wider stance, bigger brakes, and even lighter materials. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why now? Why bring back the MR2 in 2026, when the industry is pivoting so heavily toward EVs? Toyota's answer is simple: because driving still matters. And for all their progress in electrification, Toyota knows there's a passionate group of drivers who still crave the analog experience. The 2026 MR2 isn't just about nostalgia, it's about preserving a driving philosophy that's slowly fading. It's Toyota's way of saying, hey, we haven't forgotten what made you fall in love with cars in the first place. But that doesn't mean they're ignoring the future. Toyota has hinted at a hybrid variant down the line, possibly pairing the same 2.0-liter engine with an electric motor to deliver even more performance while improving efficiency. There's also buzz around a potential full FMR2 concept, but that's still a few years out. For now, though, we get a gasoline-powered, mid-engine, manual transmission sports car in 2026, and that's something to celebrate. So, who is the MR2 for? It's for enthusiasts, for weekend canyon carvers, for people who want a focused, joyful driving experience without breaking the bank. It's not trying to be the fastest. It's not a GT car. It's a pure, distilled sports car that reminds us what driving can feel like when all the right ingredients come together. To wrap it up, the 2026 Toyota MR2 is more than a comeback, it's a revival of spirit. It's lightweight, powerful enough, beautifully balanced, and priced to compete. It respects its roots, embraces the present, and hints at a future where driving pleasure still has a place. If this is the direction Toyota is heading with its performance cars, count us in. The GR86 and GR Supra were already impressive, but the MR2? It just might be the crown jewel of Toyota's sports car lineup. Thanks for watching, and if you love the return of analog driving like we do, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments, would you choose the new MR2 over a Nissan Z or a Mazda MX-5? Or are you waiting for the GR version? Until next time, keep your EVs high and your grip tighter. This is CarCraze, driving into the future.